Hold on 1 second, I'm finishing my lobster. All right, so check out my place in Turks and Caicos. Look at this beautiful place. I want to inspire you, I want to show you what's possible. Remember that if you want to go to places like this, it's not going to be easy, first of all. And in case you're wondering, I'm not alone. There are people here, we got a ton of friends. Most people are just napping. We got some of the girls that were here taking some photo shoots. Oh, there they are. Look at this. Look at this. Hand over to them. This is what we do for fun in Turks and Caicos. We're working here. Look at the little lobster in the middle. Look at the little human lobster. Look at her. Anyways, come over here. Let them do their step. I want to have a serious talk with you for a second. Let me turn this down. All right, where should we do this? Let's sit on the couch here. All right. The way to make a lot of money in the stock market is not through watching CNBC. It's not through investing in good companies for the long term. I know that sounds crazy. I know that's what, Warren Buffett does. But guess what? Warren Buffett took decades to make a lot of money. My top millionaire students and I make a lot of money all within a few years. How do we do that? We trade strategies that are not typically used, that are not typically known. And that is the secret to our success. Using niche strategies. So maybe what? We can't become billionaires, okay? Because it is a niche. But you can make a few million. You can make 10 million. You can even make up to 100 million in these niche strategies. And guess what? That's all you need in life. So many people think that you have to be a billionaire. They're like, oh, it's not cool to be a millionaire. You want to be a billionaire. Trust me, you can live great with just a few $1 million in your bank account like I've made over the years. Some people will say, oh, Tim, you're all hype. You've only made a few million. You trade easy patterns. Yes, I trade easy patterns. I'm not denying that. There's no, South African judge to grade me like a 9.0 or a 1.0 on the difficulty scale if this was like diving in the Olympics, okay? You want to take easy strategies, easy niche strategies, gimme patterns where the odds are on your side. And you just need to study that. You need to think outside the box. So, my friends and I are hosting a free webinar on November 2nd, okay? I want you to tune in to this free webinar. Click the link just below because we are going to teach you a very niche strategy where you can make 1,000% on your money. I know that sounds crazy. I already got a lot of blowback from the blog post that I wrote, but guess what? Some of these assets that we're talking about have gone up 2,000, 3,000, even 4,000% in just a few years. Now, you will never, ever have that on long-term stocks like GE or Bank of America, that everyone asks me about. Everyone's like, oh, what do you think about Goldman Sachs as a long-term investment? If you want to make maybe 10 or 20% per year, be my guest. Just invest in the S&P 500, okay? If you want to make 10 or 20% per year. That's what the S&P 500 has made roughly every single year for a century. You don't need to try to be a stock picker. But if you just make 10 or 20% per year on, let's say, $5,000, what? You might be making $500 per year. At most, you might be making $1,000 per year on your money. It's a joke, and it's a scam, and that's Wall Street because they want you to believe that's the best that you can do. It's not. If you think outside the box, if you listen to me, if you become my next millionaire student, that's all I want. I want to show you beautiful places like this. Look at the blue. Check out this. Show them the blue for a second. We got the game on. We got these crazy drug dealer type lights. I'm not a drug dealer. I'm an information dealer, and I'm trying to teach you how to get to crazy places like this. You know why I'm sweating? Not because I'm nervous, because it's freaking like 90 degrees out here, and it's the middle of the winter. And I'm sorry that some of you guys in cold places, you're not on the beach having fun. But you can be, if you utilize niche strategies. Now, I'm not telling you which niche strategy to use, okay? There's so many different patterns, there's so many different strategies, but first you need to be open to this. I'll give you an example. My newest top student right now, Roland Wolf, He started the year with just $4,000. He gave me a chance. He's now over $300,000 in profits. 4,000 into 300,000 in less than 1 year. That will never happen with big, good companies, long-term stocks that CNBC talks about and the Wall Street Journal talks about. This is a niche strategy that he's learned. Mind you, it's not easy. He's studying upwards of 12, sometimes even 14 or 17 hours per day. But he's utilized this to become a six-figure heir, even though that's not a real thing. Soon, if he keeps up studying, he'll be a millionaire. That is the secret to success. Read my lips. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh, niche strategies sound great. 4,000 into 300,000 sounds great. Making 1,000% on your money sounds great, but it's so risky. It's not risky if you study, if you prepare. That's why we give free webinars. That's why I make videos like this, because I want you to understand that studying lessens your risk. Life is risky if you're ignorant. Okay? If you're driving my Ferrari 200 miles an hour in a 35 mile an hour zone, it's fun for a second until you crash and burn and die. Okay? Because you didn't respect the speed limit. I want you to respect the road signs of the stock market. And this is a big, weird sign that I'm trying to teach you. Niche strategies are the key to getting rich, especially when you only have a few $1,000s to your name, like most of my students do. A lot of people say, Tim, why do you have so few millionaire students? Because my average student starts with like $2,000 or $4,000, okay? I don't have some get-rich-quick bullshit scheme here. I teach you how to grow your account exponentially. But it first starts with niche strategies, whether you're trading volatile penny stocks or cryptocurrencies, which are very hot. Click the link just below this and tune into this free webinar on November 2nd. Trust me, it is going to make you think differently. It's going to talk about things that you never thought about. And myself, I have to admit, even though I'm very open with you guys, I myself have been narrow-minded when it comes to cryptocurrencies. And I have missed the boat. And so I myself will be tuning in to this free webinar because I want to learn from people who have made a lot of money. And my friends have made a lot of money. In fact, if you actually tune into this webinar, they are giving away $1 million in Bitcoin. It's absolutely insane. But I gave away $1 million to charity a few months ago. I understand what it's like when you're successful. You want to give back. You want to teach and you want to give back to those less fortunate or those people who don't necessarily have the right knowledge or the proper mindset. That's what teaching is all about. And that is why I show you this stuff, not to brag, not to be like, oh, I'm here and you're not. Because you should be here. You can get here. I'm just an average guy. I'm not that good at math. Roland, Michael Good, my first millionaire student, Tim Grittani, my second millionaire student, they'll admit they're not great at math. They're not like the smartest guys. But they studied niche strategies and they learned to become millionaires. Roland, if it continues on, he will be a millionaire in the future. That's what I want for you. I want so many more millionaires. Inc.com wrote a whole article and it was called The Man Who Wants Everybody to Be a Millionaire. That's me. You can Google it. It's actually a great article. Because anybody can. It doesn't matter where you are in the world, man or woman, no matter your background, no matter if you're smart, no matter if you're good at math. You do need to have a little bit. You can't be flat broke. If you have no money, I don't know what you actually invest in because you don't buy anything. So save up $1,000, save up $2,000, save up $3,000, and then focus on niche strategies and learn how to grow it. Whether it's going long penny stock breakouts or shorting penny stock breakouts or a mix of both or cryptocurrencies, all this stuff that is very volatile and very scary if you do not study. But again, if you only have a few $1,000s to your name, what's the risk, When you got nothing to lose. Jack said that in Titanic, and I believe him, even though he ended up on the bottom of the ocean. It's a fictional story, don't take it so literally. But at the same time, when you have a small dollar amount, you gotta dream big, okay? Because you have one life, and you gotta go as big as possible. You gotta have as much fun as possible. We're here on Turks and Caicos, not just having fun. You'll see I'm actually donating to several charities here. This island was very hard hit by the hurricane. So it's my honor to be here, it's my pleasure to be here, and it's my honor to teach you. So click this link just below this video, and I will see you in that webinar on November 2nd. It's gonna change your mindset, and with enough studying, it can change your life.